It's your boy. Can't talk no filter, bitch. Yes, sir. Back with another episode. It's your boy DJ, yes sir, aka Time Motherfucking Can't Talk No Filter, bitch. With special guest today, your boy Charles Clifford. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Y'all want that Can't Talk No Filter, bitch. Y'all came to the right place, baby. Yo, 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 it's your boy. You know, to aka Tom motherfucking Ford. You know, DJ, yes sir. We back on another episode of Can't Talk No Filter, bitch. And guess what? I got a special motherfucking guest. I'm sure you all know him from these Kane groups, and he talks his shit. And he don't hold back nothing, man. No filter, man. Hey, I'd like to welcome to the podium my dog. What's up, Cliff? What's the business, man?
What up? Boy, shit, just cooling, man.
Man, we got
paradise, man.
Man, we got you, man. How you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm feeling blessed, man. I'm good, man.
That's what I'm talking
Did a lot of
about.
work this week, so I'm good, man. I'm back on my grind.
Bet that up, man. Bet that up, man. Hey, I hope everything going good, man, because I know over here in Kane land, shit hadn't been going too proper. You know what I'm saying? It's been going like south. You know, you wanna expand
Sour taste.
a badass taste, man. We go from 7 to 6. And then we go to 6 and 7. And it's like, damn, I don't know what to feel for next year, man. Should we have any hope? Should we have any pride going into the 2020 season?
Yeah, man. I think we'll do better than 6 and 7, honestly. You know, we waited a couple weeks to get the offensive coordinator that we needed, and I'm happy about that. And I really don't know much about Lashley, but I'll tell you, man, he's got a lot of hype coming in. So, you know, I've been doing my research on him, you know, and I think with the certain players we got, I think we're gonna be all right. My problem is defense now. That's my problem, man.
Yeah, man. What about
That's
the
what I'm
defense?
more
Are you not confident in the defense that Manny or Barry? That's his name, right? Barry? Nah, his
Blake
name
Baker.
not Butch, but Blake Baker. It really don't matter.
Yeah.
He ain't really done shit. But anyway, you know, I mean, how confident are you in the defense? You know what I'm saying? What's the business with the defense?
Not confident at all. We got a lot of guys that left. We gonna have a young defense, and this should be the make it or break it year for Blake. But man, too many weak teams scored too many points on us, and you know, and one thing I can really say is I really think that, you know, Diaz got him in his pocket, because when you watch his interviews and stuff, like the pressers and conferences and stuff, Manny will have the longest interview, and then, you know, Enos will always be with Manny or like a couple minutes shorter, and Blake's will never be more than 10 minutes, man. It's always 7 to 8 minutes. Like, it just doesn't get it, and I think that, you know, they try and keep the questions as short as possible for Blake, because he's young, man. He's never had this spotlight before. The man came from Louisiana Tech. Before that, you really can't find nothing about him. Only hope we got is Manny's protege. If he could be a Manny 2.0, I'll be happy, but I really don't see it, man.
Okay, and with that being said, Manny 2.0, are you happy really with the job that Manny has done with the defense, or is it that it's different from motherfucker D'Onofrio and we just happy that we have any type of defense? You know, are you really happy in Manny's approach at defensive coaching and schemes, especially in situational football?
Man, I'm probably going to regret saying this, but, man, I miss Manny as our defensive coordinator, honestly, man.
Okay.
But, you know, no head coach is going to take that, you know, that step down, you know, just to please fans. They're not going to do it. Manny's got that big check, you know. Now, I will say I've been pleased what he's been doing on the offseason. Ever since he left Enos go, things have been going up. The only thing I don't like is the whole HIGHSMITH thing. I just don't like it, man. And because I have a feeling if we bring in HIGHSMITH within the next year or two, we going to have Mario Cristobal.
Man, I hear
Hands
you,
down.
man. I hear you. And with this HIGHSMITH thing, I mean, earlier this week, you know, we heard a lot of motherfucking chatter that they had a meeting last week, or a couple meetings with the BOTs and the administration or whatever with Blake James and Manny. and shit didn't fall through. Now we just get this new information of shit that's going. They had a meeting last night again with HIGHSMITH, and I'm hearing things were on the up and up with this meeting. I guess because fans and a lot of other people, especially big money boosters, they were in an uproar that we didn't even consider, like offering this man what he was worth, coming from Cleveland Browns, coming from the NFL, knowing the talent of at least NFL players. And I'm sure if you know the talent of what you're supposed to bring to your team in the NFL, you would damn sure know that shit for college, right? And especially if you played for the University of Miami, you know. And so with that being said, with HIGHSMITH and these meetings that I hear, especially that went on yesterday, that's the new news. You know, I mean, speak on that. Speak on what you think HIGHSMITH will bring to the table.
Just to bring it to all the fans' lights don't know about HIGHSMITH. If you look at last year when Cleveland Brown, when they put that team together, that was part of HIGHSMITH's, you know, putting all those players. Everyone thought Cleveland Browns last year at this time. Everyone thought Cleveland Browns were going to be in the Super Bowl because of the team they put together.
Right.
That was Alonzo, man. Alonzo came in there and started doing that. But I'll tell you what, it's the same thing. They ain't got no coach that can coach though. They got too much talent and don't know what to do with it, man.
Exactly.
That's for the Cleveland Browns. That was the coach that messed that up. They stacked, man. They stacked players. But I like it, honestly, because one of the alums had said, I'll pay his salary for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I heard that.
Just bring him on. Just bring him on. And they rejected it. And for them to say, oh, they didn't match, they didn't agree to the money or whatever, well, that tells you right there Blake don't want the man in because the alum already said, hey, man, I don't care what the price is, I'll pay his salary for 2 years. And not only he don't need to pay that. We got the money, bro. We're just more worried about that medical school and trying to find a cure for cancer. That's why they got Blake James. He don't care about no sports team or nothing. But I'll say this, man. It's putting pressure on him now, and I'm loving it. If we had to bring HIGHSMITH back to renegotiate, and that's the alums, that tell you right there within the next year, Blake James ain't going to be here.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
in my opinion, only for the simple fact is we're willing to pay, are willing to pay that man's salary, and like, nah, he's rejecting it. Why? Manny came up with this idea, you know, to have somebody look over the staff, but he ain't know it was going to be looking over his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's feeling that pressure if we bring him in. If y'all look at what HIGHSMITH did at Cleveland and building that team, just imagine what he can do for Miami. And it's just a young talent. The man knows talent, you know. And another reason why I said about him bringing in Mario Cristobal, because they were both played in the 80s. But HIGHSMITH won his in 87. Cristobal won his in 89 and 91.
Right.
But they were still on the same team for like a year, you know. Taken for granted, you know. HIGHSMITH is a running back for us, and Mario was an O-line, you know.
Right. They still had that. Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off. They still had that same culture. You know what I'm saying? It was still there. It was still embedded in the program at that time. And you know, right now we don't have that shit embedded in the program with the players, with the coaches, with anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing right now is Miami. And the thing is, like yesterday I was listening to a podcast and it really got me to thinking. It was like they said, is the U dead? And the thing is, I couldn't agree with is the U dead, but I can understand the question. Because we hadn't been shit in a long time. You know, even that 10-3 season, we were kind of still mediocre. We were just finding ways how to win the close games, but most of them were close. You know what I'm saying? The same way it went one way, it could have went the other. Just like this year. The same way it went one way, it could have went the other. Do you think the U is dead when dealing, especially when dealing with the administration that we have going on behind the scenes right now? Do they really care about football in your opinion?
This how I see about it. Imagine you at a party, and someone has a heart attack or just drops, and you need someone to do CPR, right? And that person who's gonna do CPR is Blake James, and he ain't CPR test. He hurting you more than he's helping you. That's how I feel about it. Blake James is the sole purpose why we are failing, hands down. That's just, there's no other thing I can put. You know, when he hired Manny Diaz that fast, it's like, come on, man. I mean, yeah, he was a great defensive coordinator, But you should have threw him the check to come back to Miami to play as a coordinator or something like that. But for him to hire him within 24 hours, I feel like, I don't know if my analogy was on point, but if you know what I'm saying, someone trying to do CPR that can't, meaning our program was dying and we need someone to save us, and Blake James is hurting us more than he's helping us, so we're pretty much dying, you know?
Right.
It's, it's, it's all, it's,
it's
it's
almost
all
like pulling
political,
the
man.
plug.
It's pulling the plug. He don't care. He's waiting for the doctors to say, "Hey, you ready to pull the plug?" So he can be like, "Yeah." That's how
Right.
I take it.
Right.
The man is fully supporting Manny Diaz, and it's his first year head coaching, and he's listening to everything Manny says. Blake, you got the power, man. You wear the shoes, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have to put some kind of pressure. But when we go 6-7, and this man doing press conferences saying we support Manny Diaz and Dan Enos, even after we fired him, that should tell you right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the FSU alum, they were so desperate, they said, hey, we ain't got the money. We just listen to what the alums say. I'd rather Blake James shit like that than to hire Manny Diaz overnight. You know what I'm saying? That shit
Right.
kind of hurt me because, like, look, man, Manny Diaz is a great defensive coordinator, but that don't make you a great head coach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? I've cooked in plenty of kitchens, and so I've seen dudes go from cook to manager, and they fell at manager. You know what I'm saying? That tells you right there. You know, they cook, but they can't manage shit. You know, he can be a coordinator, he just can't. You know, now, for all those people who say, "Oh, give him time," yeah, this is first year, but come on, man, all that talent we had, and we went 6-7. We go from almost being in Florida the first game of the season to losing to FIU and not scoring a point against Louisiana Tech.
Fuck shit.
Last year, same thing with Mark Richt. You know, we lost to LSU, and then we started winning, and then we just regressed. We're regressing towards the end of the season when we should be progressing, you know, and we're regressing. And that shit kills me, man. Like, I did not want to watch that Louisiana Tech game, and that's the first Miami game that I didn't want to watch in a long time. Not because I'm trying to be a salty fan. It's because I knew what the fuck was gonna happen. Excuse my language. I knew what was gonna
No,
happen,
it's
man.
can't talk no filter, talk your shit.
Yeah, I knew what the fuck was gonna happen, man. I knew exactly what was gonna happen, man. But at the end of the day, man, I'm a diehard Canes fan, and they Blake James is taking that thrive for me to go wake up early Saturday, you know what I'm saying, do my rituals and do my little things, you know, and then go watch my Hurricane. It's not there this year, man. It's not there, man. It's not there. So it's kind of hard for us Hurricane fans, but I will say that I think Rhett Lashley is going to put us in a direction that push Blake Baker out. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna start scoring, and we gonna put that pressure on the defense. You know what I'm saying? Our defense held it together the last couple of years and kept us in a lot of games. But that was with Manny Diaz, and goes back to the short interviews with Blake Baker. You know what I'm saying? Manny says keep that shit short, sweet, and simple. I can guarantee it. When we got bus whooped and he said, I'm going to have hands on the defense, look what we did the next game. You know what I'm saying? We put up points. We shut them down. It was against Virginia, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? And we were 17-9. Manny
Yeah,
Diaz had full control of that defense.
So let me ask you a question about the Manny Diaz defense. Now, do you think it's just succeeding because he's been fired 3 times from twice from Mississippi State and once from Texas, and those he was going against real offenses, and we've seen when he's going against real offenses, you know, against Clemson, Wisconsin, Syracuse a couple years ago when they had that I forgot the name of the quarterback, Doherty or
the little white boy,
yeah, you know what I'm saying, when we were going against actual teams that have offenses. Now against defense, do you think Manny is just succeeding because he's in the coastal? Like that defense that he calls and runs? Like from your opinion, do you think it's just he's going against coastal and he can work with the worst conference in college football? You know what I'm saying? He can defend that. But when we go against like elite teams or not even elite teams, just have decent offenses. You know, do you think he's just riding off of that right there and he's going to ride it till the wheels fall off until the truth really comes out? Or do you think, okay, he's a decent defensive coordinator and he can work and take us to the next level with his mind and his thinking of analytics, because he's more of an analytics guy more than anything, like numbers.
Right. To speak on that, the only thing that scares me about Manny Diaz is he he never played football for college. He went to FSU, you know what I'm saying? And then he got into the ESPN film crew.
Right.
He got into the ESPN film crew. And that man went from doing that to being one of the best defenses in the country for Miami. Avery inside, Avery now. You know what I'm saying? So if the man didn't play ball, but he's coordinating like that. That's the scary part about Manny. What can he really do? You know what I'm saying? As to that. So I think that was his younger career when he got fired at Texas and Mississippi State and all that stuff like that. I think, he had a lot to learn. Um, my point that's just with coordinator. With the head coaching, man, like I said, it's a totally different thing. He's got a lot of pressure on him, and he's not the same Manny Diaz. You can look at his face online, during games on the sideline, like right before half, and he has no expression, just a dead look, like, you know what I'm saying? It's I felt bad for the man, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, because there's more work being put
he's
on him,
got
because he has to control the whole ship instead of like one part of the ship. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And yeah, that will get harder. But do you see anything that, like, what do you see in
And
Manny Diaz to make fans or people say, hey, just give him time. Just give him time. What spark have we seen to say, yes, we should just continue to ride with this man?
hold on one sec, man. I had some kids I had to deal with, man. My
Okay,
bad,
it's all
DJ.
good. Hey, can't talk
Yeah.
no filter. Hey, hey. Number
Yeah,
one
man.
radio
Yeah.
show, and we gonna kill it, man. Like I said, we got the special guest, Charles Clifford, in the building, and that's one that that's gonna talk his shit, and he's not gonna hold nothing back. Whether you like him or not,
Nothing
hey,
back.
he still has a lot of insight. And when I say insight, I mean his personal insight. Those are people that I deal with. I don't deal with the people that got them insiders and this and that. Nah, we deal with what we really see, what we see going on outside as fans, and that's what this show is about. Can't talk no filter, bitch. Okay, we're gonna continue this question. Charles, what do you think the fans out here that says give Manny more time, give him some more time, what are they seeing that a lot of other fans like us, what are they seeing that we not seeing?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Cause if you go 6-7, should nobody be sticking up for that man? And y'all can't compare that man to Nick Saban or or Dabo Swinney or nobody. Man, he's got to prove himself. Just like Dabo had to do, he had to prove himself. Nobody compared Dabo. Just like Nick Saban, he had to prove himself. Nobody compared Nick Saban to anybody. They had to prove it. So to these fans that just talk and don't know, because right now I'm to the point where I've been moved, kicked out, or I left groups because, you know, these fans don't want what's best for this program. They make fun of me and try and troll me because I want Mario Cristobal. You know what I'm saying? But look what Mario Cristobal did at Oregon in 2 years. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? Look what he did in 2 years. And look what he did. He got the number one recruit out of California back-to-back years. And then this year would be Justin Flo, you know what I'm saying? And he's an offensive coach mind. He's an offensive line coach. And not only that, if anybody disagrees with me, go look at Oregon's O-line. Just go look at them, man. Them guys got interviews and everything. You can find everything about Oregon on YouTube, just like you can find everything about Miami on YouTube. I promise you. And them dudes are solid. Ain't none of them under 300 pounds. And look, we got Zion Nelson. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you this. If we had Mario Cristobal, Navon Donaldson would be a All-American. You know what I'm saying? Everything. He'd be a beast. He'd be a beast.
Yeah.
The man ain't getting coached, man. He's not getting coached. So these guys need to learn. See, I only coach flag football, and I played Pop Warner when I was younger and stuff. So I didn't grow up playing football and stuff. I actually had to do my research and learn this myself. But for you to call me on your show and tell me my insight because, you know what I'm saying, you respect my opinion and everything like that means a lot to me because I know I'm going in the right direction of, this program and stuff like that. So,
Right,
so
because
these fans need to wake up and smell the coffee pretty much.
exactly. Because I mean, it's to the point where a lot of fans are fed up, or a lot of fans are very patient. You know what I'm saying? And we've been down too many years. too many years to just sit up here and just be patient. People got to understand why we're not patient, because we seen other teams go from rock bottom to hit top quickly in the midst of these 15 years. You know what I'm saying? We seen Florida State go from the bottom, win a championship. Now they back on the bottom, and now it looks like, you know, hey, they really care about who they bringing in as coach. You know, they went on ahead and made a hire to get somebody that at least went 11 and what was he, 11-1 at Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
11-2.
Yeah, 11-2. You know, and hey, they took their time with their coaching search. They went with they went with the best person that they can get, the best coach that they can get at that time that will allow themselves to come to Florida State that's in shambles right now. But guess what? They made that move to get out of shambles. And it's crazy because even within that time, the 15 years, Florida was down. And then guess what? They came back, won 2 championships. Then they went down again. You know what I'm saying? One season they went 4 and something. And then now they back on top. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that it's like, damn, Miami, even though we had to deal with the probation situation and all, but really, I mean, that took away scholarships. That didn't take away no TV thing. We still watch Miami games on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it was still one thing about Miami. We think that we can do what we did back then is go cheap in coaching hires. You know, and you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Like if you pay for some shit, that's what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I don't understand about the administration. But I do understand about the administration because football is not their first thing. But what you got to understand is what put Miami on the map. The University of Miami, really, what put that on the map? It wasn't med school. It wasn't wrestling. It wasn't baseball. It wasn't all the different the courses and curriculums that they have to put out there. No, it was football. You know, even between that 15-year time, the basketball team even won an ACC championship. Ain't that some shit?
That is absolutely.
Ain't that some shit? Like, come on.
And the funny thing is, I didn't mean to cut you off. The funny thing is, these fans that stick up for this type of stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to be. You know, they're okay with going 6-6, 7-5 because we've been doing it the last 20 years. I'm not okay with that, man. I live in the middle of Gator country. I talk a lot of crap, but I bring facts when I talk crap and I back it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These fans make us look dumb. They say some shit that's like some larky. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What are you talking about? And then they go to roasting you. You know what I'm saying? Or saying some shit has nothing to do with football.
Right.
You know, it's like, okay, those fans, you know, you try not to, you've been through it this whole time, man. We to the point where it's like, you know what, man, if you disagree with us, we just going to troll you. We going to screenshot a picture of your girl, and we going to tell her that we hitting her up, and she in my DMs, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, speaking of that trolling, let me tell you why Charles Clifford got so popular basically in these Facebook groups and these other groups, Miami Hurricane groups. And this is what I'm going to ask you on. He got popular, and everybody knows him. And Charles, you know what I'm about to bring up. And this, matter of fact, this is going to be your last question, the last question that I asked you for the show. Quarterbacks. Oh, my goodness. Quarterbacks. And we're going to speak on it. Man, it's been a lot of Jaron Williams fans out here. It's a lot of Tate Martell fans out here. And we have, if nobody else stuck up for N'Kosi Perry, Charles Clifford was a Perry cat to the heart. Ask you, from your opinion of what you've seen this year, who should have been starting quarterback and why should they have been starting quarterback from the beginning of the season to now? And what do you think happened in the forefronts of what we could not see in the background of what Manny Diaz and Enos was thinking? What do you think really happened with that quarterback situation? What do you think really happened in behind the scenes that we could not see? Because everybody saw, especially that went to the spring game and everything else, we saw and we know that N'Kosi Perry was the better option. We even saw it throughout the season that he looks more comfortable with everything, and the offense it clicks more. Even though some breakdowns may happen, it clicks more. Tell me about your feelings about this quarterback debacle that we went through all 2019, and we went through it 2018 as well with Mark Richt.
All right. First of all, for all the people who call me a Perry dick rider, they the Jaron Williams dick riders, and they ain't got nothing to say. They tagged me in posts. They had nothing to say. At the end of the season, after the FIU game, I ain't seen nothing about knowing all. If I say anything about Jaron Williams, they bring up Perry. It's like, why, man? You know what I'm saying? When people talk about Trump, like they support Trump, why they got to bring up Obama? Why? That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of other presidents before Obama. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm not even going to get in that. My thing is, you know, Enos was a pro style. We didn't see it till the end of the year of what he was about until the end of the year. And we realized that Perry's a dual threat. And Jaron Williams he's not. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? And we got all this hype about this man can run 20-something miles an hour, 21 miles an hour. He's the fastest quarterback. Jaron Williams, you know. But now, seeing what I see now, looking back, I wouldn't even argue with people about Perry just because he didn't even have a chance. Dan Enos wanted Jaron Williams from the start. He was pro style, you know. Jaron Williams will not run the ball. He doesn't throw the ball away or none of that. He just stays in the pocket and takes six. That's all he does. So it was Dan Enos who messed that up. And then for 2018, look what happened. Malik Rozier went 3-4, and Perry went, 4-2.
Right.
As a starter. And this year, Perry's 2-1 as a starter, and Jaron Williams is 4-6.
Yeah, something like that, 4-6, and you got to put it. You got to throw out there two of those victories with Central Michigan and Bethune motherfucking Cookman. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, definitely, and like what Jaron Williams fans don't understand is like this is what gets me, man. People don't know football, so they instantly like everyone's talking about TVD right now. It's like, yo, man, he's the same as Jaron Williams. You know what I'm saying? He's the same as Jaron Williams. Like that's how TVD is a pro style. You know, like he's labeled as a pro style quarterback. Rhett Lashley is a spread. Y'all really think that TVD is really gonna fit in Rhett Lashley's, you know what I'm saying, scheme?
Right.
Come on, man. And people don't realize that. You know what I'm saying? They instantly forget Perry, forget Williams after they already dick ride Williams the whole year. Forget them. Let's put D. And the man ain't even on campus yet. This is how dumb these fans are. They're remedial, bro. They don't know sports, and they don't want what's best for this program, man. They don't. You know what I'm saying? If we brought Mario Cristobal in, what he's doing at Oregon was a 6-6 team before he got there. 2 years before, even before Taggart got there.
Right.
They were a 6-6 team. They were an average team. And now, man, them boys got a New Year's Six bowl and stuff like that. It's flabbergasting. I guarantee you, if HIGHSMITH comes in here within the next year or two, you know what I'm saying, Mario Cristobal will be our head coach.
Right. Well, man, it's been
and
good.
For all y'all,
go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing. For all y'all Jaron Williams fans out there, man, y'all quiet on the off season, and all y'all do is talk about Perry. So y'all need to say, hey, man, I was wrong about Jaron Williams, and I messed up. Because when I'm wrong, what do? When the FSU game, I got mad, and I said, man, they starting Jaron Williams, we going to lose. And Jaron Williams won, and I said, hey, Jaron Williams proved wrong. And I made it public. I made it so everybody can see. And all I got, you know what I'm saying? Then people say, hey, man, I respect you. You know what I'm saying? You did that. But when Jaron Williams lost to FIU, all they want to talk about is Perry coming off the bench and losing in the fourth quarter for Louisiana Tech.
Exactly.
Man, come on, man. That Perry, yeah, like I said, and I made a post. I said, always depend on Perry. And people thought I meant he was going to come back and win it. Nah, man. I meant that man will come off the bench in the fourth quarter and put his heart out there. You know what I mean?
Yes,
He dislocated his shoulder at the Georgia Tech game. They popped his shoulder back in, and he went in there 2 series later. The game before that, Jaron Williams had a minor shoulder injury, and they benched his ass for 3 games. All these stupid fans that don't know what they're talking about and don't see none, they want to say, oh, because he had a separated shoulder. Man, get out of here, man. That's malarkey. Perry had a separated shoulder. He went back in the game and then started the next game.
It
And
started
not
the
only
next
that,
game.
when he started the next game, Pittsburgh had the number one defense in the
Defense.
nation in
Thank you.
sacks. And they put him up against the man with a separated shoulder. They wanted Perry to get hurt. So
Thank
Jaron
you.
Williams can go in there and they can be like, hey, man, we knew all along it was Jaron.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Perry's hurt. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the fuck
It's
shit I be
stupid.
talking about behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you know this man had a dislocated shoulder. And you put him up against at the time, was one of the best defenses in the nation. Matter of fact, not at the time, because I think Pittsburgh ended up in the, top 20 in total defense this year.
Right.
You know?
Right. And when we went against Virginia, Virginia was the number one team in the nation in sacks, and Perry beat them. And then we went up against Pitt, and then we beat them too, but that was because Perry's shoulder was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's ever thrown a football, you know, if you got a hurt shoulder, you got to use your other shoulder for accuracy. It's football mechanics.
Right.
You can't just use one shoulder. And that's what the man was doing. He was running and throwing, and he couldn't hit nobody. The man had a hurt shoulder. So all y'all making fun of Perry and his accuracy, tell me Perry got more the only quarterback right now with the winning record. I mean, in the last two seasons, you know. And when people want to stick up for Malik Rozier, they said, well, Malik went 10-0. All right, what happened after he went 10-0? We went like 4-10. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? We went like 4-10. Fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're stupid, bro. You see, stats don't lie, but sometimes people go off stats and stats only. And it's not about stats, but some stats will say, hey, like look on paper. You know what I'm saying? Mitch Trubisky of Chicago, he had a better passer rating than Brady, right? But Brady and them, 10-2? Mitch and Chicago Bears were 6-6.
Right.
So they were more worried about this man completing passes
than winning games.
And then winning games, man.
Right.
Because like I said, when I bring up facts, when I bring up, hey, Perry's got to win how come Perry won 2 games and only lost 1, and Jaron only, you know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, so y'all people know a Power 5 conference would be ACC, Big 12, Big 10, SEC, and Pac-12. If they ain't in that conference, they're not a Power 5 conference. All Perry's games that he started were all against Power 5 teams. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to cut that with the, oh, he played this or he played that and stuff like that. You know, I knew in the Central Michigan game, when we barely won 17-12, Jaron was going to hurt us this year. You know?
Yeah, I knew. I knew it from jump.
Game.
Like I knew it from jump. And matter of fact, I didn't know it just from the Central Michigan game, just the Florida game alone. Like it wasn't just me. I was watching the Florida Miami game with fans that weren't fans of Florida or Miami. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, why the boy holding the ball so long? Why is he just standing there? You know what I'm saying? So this is not just us that can see the shit. It's other fans and even analysts have said he sit there and hold the ball too long. And it's crazy that we sit there and just dog the O-line out, you know what I'm saying? When a lot of the time it was not the O-line. It's the quarterback just sitting there just holding the damn ball. And who knows what he sees. But I mean, hey, take off running or throw the ball away or something. You know, that's one thing that Perry had. He had instincts. He knew where the blitz was coming from most of the time. If you look at Perry, most of the time in the games that he played, he was not sacked a lot. He wouldn't just sit there. He's not gonna sit there and get sacked 10 goddamn times in a game.
Yep.
He wasn't gonna sit there and get sacked more than 3. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna get the fuck out the way. He gonna be like, okay, that's the man over there, or that's the man. Let me watch him. Let me know that I need to have this mental clock, this mental note that, hey, I need to get rid of this ball or I need to take the fuck off. And that's one thing Jaron did not have. And that's one thing that, and that's one thing.
Deer in the headlights.
Because even looking at the La Tech game, they wasn't in there like that on Jaron. Jaron was just standing there. Who the fuck should I throw the ball to? Like, just standing the fuck right there. Like, man, throw the fucking ball and run. Why are you thinking so long? This not high school. And then we hear this rumor that he was drunk before the day before. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put that out. It's a rumor. I'm not saying that that's why he did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why the fuck he did that, but it is facts that he's been suspended from smoking weed and this and that. You know what I'm saying? As your quarterback, you don't want your leader just out there living the party fucking life. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's crazy?
But bitching about your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just sit up there and bitch about your job, your starting job. Oh, I want this, but you not putting forth effort to take the shit serious like you're supposed to as a quarterback, as the leader of your team. You know, so yeah, man, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you know what's crazy is Perry played better in pro style than Jaron did. You know what I'm saying? And Perry's a spread quarterback.
Right.
You know? And another thing is 5 of the 10 sacks in the Florida game were Jaron's. I seen that man twice run out of bounds and take a 3-yard loss instead of throwing it out of bounds. He was out the pocket. All he needed to do was throw it. But he was so trying to make a play but didn't want to turn the ball over. And when you sit there and you hesitate, but the man knows for a split second, he hesitates for 5 seconds. And you could see it. You can see it in his eye. He's got these big bug eyes, man. It's like he looks, distraught, like he was high on weed or something, and he took a nap and woke up, and he's just out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like something like that. It was different, And like some people saw him, he left a freaking mouthpiece on his helmet. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll take it for granted. It'll happen once in a blue moon, but this man did it 4 or 5 times. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, when Florida blitzes you, they blitz straight up the middle and they blitz hard. Perry knows how to escape that pocket.
Right.
Perry would have had over 100 yards rushing in that game.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, man. Look what he does, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes our O-line's so bad, they just blow it up. And there's nothing we can do. I understand that. But I'm telling you, man, when Perry was here as a freshman in spring ball, he was breaking players' ankles, man. And they posted it. He was breaking senior defensive backs' ankles. You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy thing about that,
oh my God,
what Perry has, you can't coach that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't coach the instincts that he has. That's almost like a Lamar Jackson. I'm not comparing, for people that's listening, I'm not comparing Lamar Jackson to N'Kosi Perry. But what I'm saying is those instincts, just like those Michael Vick instincts, you know what I'm saying? I seen a couple times where I was like, oh, damn, Perry sacked. Oh, shit, did you see that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some amazing shit that you just can't coach. That player just has it. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine if he'd have been given the reins, given the keys. This is your shit. Handle your shit. Do you know what he would have been by now? I can tell you right now, we wouldn't have been a 6 and 7 squad.
Nah. No, but I will say he got hurt. So I will give him that. We would have took a couple losses on that. But I'm telling you, Perry was a starter. We would have went 10-2, 9-3 this year if he wasn't hurt.
Thank you.
Honestly, because he made Mark Hope look like a 5-star. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He made Brevin Jordan look like this. Why he needed to transfer. But Jaron Williams did it. I mean, what's his name? Not Brevin. But the dude who transferred, KJ Osborne.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He helped us out too a lot. But and another thing is, Perry acknowledges if it ain't there and the outsides are covered, that man will run up the middle and he'll tuck his head and hit. He scored touchdowns doing it. I ain't never, when Jaron, what was that, when he drove, what was that, the FIU game when they when they shut him down at the goal line?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? He dove. Like, he dove to the side and didn't try and stretch in, or I don't know, man. And this little dude just pwned Jerry. I said, Charles Perry, maybe it would have been touchdown. We wouldn't even be in that situation with FIU. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I'm more upset and that the fact that the season's over. Jaron went 4-6. He is not what these fans said they were, and they still defended him or bashing Perry. It's like, just because Jaron Williams sucked, don't bring up Perry's incompletions, because the man went in there and scored more touchdowns in 2 games than Jaron did in 5. You know what I'm saying? When he came off the bench for the Virginia Tech game and then the Virginia game, Perry had more touchdowns than Jaron Williams. You know, and when I brought that stat up, I got a lot of hate off of it. So it is what it
Because
is, man.
people don't
You
like
know,
truths. That's one thing about Miami Hurricane fans. A lot of them don't like the truth when it's right there dab in your motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? It's staring you
yep,
right there in your face. Just like even with Manny. You know what I'm saying? You don't like to hear the truth about Manny because he bought you these turnover chains, and the way he talks, he makes you feel good. But
yep,
on the field, you see something totally different. Everything is different. His demeanor is different. He looks scary. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that your players got to start dancing on the sideline to pump their damn self up. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even chew nobody out, or you can't even manage your players the way that they supposed to be on the field. You can keep trotting the motherfucker out there that keep missing field goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does that? Who does shit like that? He consistently missed field goals. You kept trotting him out there. That was coaching. That wasn't
yep.
that just like the players, the people that like to blame players. That's coaching. Just like Greg Rousseau, you go. He wasn't starting. How the fuck he wasn't starting? When he was a freshman last year before he got hurt, he was dominating in spring ball. And he did the same thing in spring ball this year. You mean to tell me you had Scott Patchen starting over him? Get the fuck out of here.
Because they said Scott Patchen practiced better than him. So he
get the fuck out of here. Some people ain't practice players.
Second in the country in sacks? Guess who finished second in the country in sacks?
Go ahead and name it. Thank you.
And he didn't start every game. You know what I'm saying? He didn't start every game. So that's on them. And another thing on the Virginia Tech game, I want to bring some light to Perry too. He did in 3 quarters. The man came off the bench and threw 4 touchdowns, and he threw for over 400 yards. It was the first quarterback to throw for over 400 yards since Kai in 2015 against Florida State, and it was like 405 or 409 yards. I'm bringing facts, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing facts to y'all. So when y'all Google this, they be like, "Damn, he ain't playing." You know what I'm saying? He should be with State of the U or somebody, or 247.
Because
but he's the first quarterback. Because this is throw for over 400 yards.
Because this is another thing. You know what I'm saying? We brag on this defense as well. You know, what did Virginia Tech do to our defense? What did they do? This is a Virginia Tech team that wasn't scoring shit on nobody until they played us. And this was a Virginia Tech team that was that quarterback's first time playing.
Yep.
So what did they do on this defense? This so-called elite defense? This so-called top 18 defense? Like it's like It's like, damn, am I looking at the right game? I must be looking at the Miami JV game or some shit. I must not be looking at the college University of Miami, because I see things totally different. And if people think that Lasky gonna come in and it's just gonna be this big ass difference, you got to be mistaken.
Absolutely. What don't come out in the wash comes out in the rinse.
It's gonna come out, man. It's gonna come out. It's gonna show itself. Everything gonna show itself. And with that being said, I know that we got this week, man. We can sit here and talk all fucking day, because that's what the fuck we do. You know what I'm saying? Only thing we can do as Cane fans is talk. You know? But
that's right.
I enjoyed this little interview. This wasn't an interview. This was a one-on-one of Cane Talk No Filter, episode 4, man. I'd like to thank you for coming on as a guest, Charles Clifford, and I'm sure you'll be back on in the future talking your shit, man. Hey, we proud to have you, man. Glad to have you anytime. And we're going to go ahead
am I the first one to have an interview on this?
You're the first one. This is the first. Facts. And this is not the first of the last. This is the first. And we're going to have a couple more people, but guess what, man? Charles Clifford going to be back on, man. You know, we're going to have some shit. We're going to have some shit to talk about. And Can't Talk No Filter, man. It's your boy DJ Yes Sir, a.k.a. Time Motherfucking Ford. Hey, Cliff, is there anything you want to plug before we get off, man?
Yeah, man. They call They call me Chuck D, man. And for the haters, I be chucking these nuts in their mouth. Know what I'm saying? But on Facebook, you can catch me at Charles Clifford, and I'm the one who be talking all the shit. I'm the Perry Dick Rider, whatever y'all want to call me. I'm the realest fan that brings it to you live. So when I bring truth and people hate, I can get it, man. But I don't mean it that way. I'm trying to teach people, and when I post it and I do a hashtag Let's Grow, I'm talking about change my mind. You teach me something, I'm going to teach you something, we can do it. I learned a lot in these groups, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but I also
man.
lost a lot of dumb time arguing with these people too. So, there's pros and cons. But, yeah, man. Hey, man, I'll see y'all, man. I appreciate you letting me on here, man.
Bet that up, man. We were glad to have you, man. Anytime, you know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and puff on them trees. Hey, you want to plug your business before we get off?
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm in northwest Florida and Citrus County, but I'm on Google Maps, everything. Charles Clifford's Painting and Pressure Washing. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ever need something, you can go on Facebook and see all my work at Charles Clifford's Painting and Pressure Washing. And if you like what you see, man, I pressure wash. Mainly, I pressure wash a lot, but when I paint, man, I can transform houses, man. So if anybody ever needs any painting or anything like that in Florida, I'm around, man. I'm your guy, man. Just let me know, man.
Let him know. That's the man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you giving me that platform too, DJ, man. That's respect,
hey, man, no pressure, man. You know how we do it. And one thing, man, just like Bernie Mac, the late, great Bernie Mac said on the end of episode 4, can't talk no filter. I'm out this motherfucker.
Yeah, hey, shout out to AA and Lennis and Daryl. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we gonna have them on. We gonna have them on.
Yeah.
We got it already set up, man.
Facts, man. Shout out to all them boys, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Shout
Marlon
out.
too. Marlon hold the strip club down, man. Y'all be easy.
And AJ, man. All y'all, man. Hey, we gonna have all them boys on for one show, man. We gonna do a whole, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. We got it going on. We got it planning on in the future, So, hey, episode 4 with Charles Clifford, special guest, can't talk no filter. And we out this motherfucker, man.
Peace.
It's your boy DJ, yes sir, aka Time Motherfucking Ford. Let's get it.